We are back, and it's been a little while since you've heard her on our show, but we cannot wait. In fact, we're going to be loving, and then we're going to be adversarial. So without further ado, friend, UT grad, first and only female scout of the NBA Lakers, former Cowboys cheerleader, former Niners cheerleader, San Francisco Giants fan. That's where we're going to clash today. My friend, Bonnie-Jill Laflin. Bonnie-Jill, welcome back to Laying Down the Law.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
We are well. It is a De La Soul Sunday. It's just me, myself, and I. Everybody else running around the state doing what they need to do. You and I are going to talk World Series. You were in the house last night, and your Giants winning, going all square against the Kansas City Royals. I am an American League fan, young lady. So
I know this. I know we don't see eye to eye on everything.
We do not see eye to eye. And you know what's so crazy? You have my initials on the cap. There's a SF on the cap. I actually love the Giants. And I loved Barry Bonds. I don't care what anybody says. He's one of my all-time favorites. But the Kansas City Royals, yes, American League. It's all square. A great night of baseball, World Series style, in San Francisco.
Oh, it's been an amazing series, from the all series that Giants have just been, pretty magical. Sometimes we can't even get a hit, but somehow we, from a wild pitch to something crazy always happens with these Giants. And last night, I'm going to be honest with you, Voss, I was, fourth inning, biting my nails, pacing, saying, wow, this game is over. And, finally, all 11 players got the bats going, and Petit just pitched a hell of a game, and we were actually able to attack their bullpen. As you know, their bullpen is pretty dominant. So it was pretty amazing, and now we've got some life back into this team, and hope we can win tonight with the Mad Bub on the hill.
I know, and this will probably go 7.
I'm going to agree with you.
It should probably go 7. You've got speed, you've got pitching, you've got great hitting. And, being a UT grad as you are, it doesn't hurt that your first baseman is also a UT grad.
Thank you very much. Brad Belt, yes, who's, we really needed him in the middle of the year. He was injured for a while, and it's great to have him back. And, things are, they're gelling again last night, but I'm going to be honest with you. If we lost last night, I was thinking, okay, because I'm going to go to Kansas City, but if they lost last night, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to go to Kansas City and see them celebrate. So I'm back in it now.
So are you going to try to go to Kansas City? Because my very good friend as well, Brian McCray, he was first round draft pick of the Royals. He had mentioned when we talked American League Championship and going into the World Series that I could bounce up there.
So you should go. I'm going to be going up with the team, so you should definitely go.
Oh wow! So Bonnie, Jill, and Foss in Kansas. Is the Midwest ready for all that glam and just?
That's true. I know. And, I don't eat meat, but I'll show you the best, barbecue places in town. So you head up to Kansas City.
We would have. I know we would have a very good time. You
gotta let me know, definitely.
Okay. No, we can certainly talk offline about that.
And when the Giants win, I'll let you come to the World Series party, okay?
you say don't feel so bad. Look, your initials are on our cap, right?
Exactly.
Well, I tell you, it's going to be a heck of it. I love the strategy. And I was talking last night, there's a difference when you're in a National League park because the pitcher has to hit.
Right. And
then when you come to Kansas City in the American League park, you have the designated hitter. And the double switches, and if you're not and I love baseball, truly, and still follow it very close. There's a different strategy when you're in a National League park than it is when you're in an American League park. And I just thought, when you've got Yost and Bochy, these guys are some of the better managers of all in baseball, and I just love to see the moves.
Oh, definitely. And I'm not being biased just because I'm a good friend of Boch, but he is just a mastermind when it comes to that. He just, you can never question what he does because I think that he's a Hall of Fame skipper. A lot of people, have the debate about, but how can you, Foss, say that he's not 3 times in the World Series in 5 years?
Right,
and
exactly.
National League, Manager of the Year when he was with the Padres. The players love him. He's just a great guy. So whether you like the Giants or not, you can't talk about the fact that he's a great manager, as you know.
Yes, and if they would have Barry Bonds playing now, I love him. I don't care what people said about him. The guy gets walked over 100 times, and he still blasts out that many home runs. There's no pill spray liquid that can make. God sprinkled him with baseball before he left, and he's going to be a home run mastermind, whatever. And you can debate me on that one.
Thank you. I'm a Bonds fan as well.
Oh, yeah, and I've got his jerseys. So if, in fact, I would have to celebrate a San Francisco Giants win, I am prepared.
See, I have my Bonds jersey, too, and I get harassed all over, whenever I'm in Los Angeles wearing it. And you know me, Foss, I'll take any battle when it comes to sports. So I'm like, I'll ride in it.
You're like, you think this little pretty woman right here is not going to say something? Oh, well, I think you'd rather deal with me because I would give up a little bit sooner than she would, and she would let you know twice over. Let's talk Dallas, though. Monday Night Football, a colossal affair. Redskins, Cowboys. Tell us, though, because I mentioned this, you had the opportunity to cheer for the Cowboys. How is it cheering for them on a Monday night?
Oh gosh, there's nothing like it. When they're winning or they're losing, Foss, it's the Dallas Cowboys, America's sweethearts, America's team, and it's just there's nothing like cheering for the Dallas Cowboys. Monday Night Football, Sunday, it doesn't matter. It's just there's something about that team, and I'm very close to the Jones family, so it's been really nice to be able to talk to them and see how excited they are about this season. And it's still a lot more games to go, and we have to see how Romo and how the whole team plays in December. But it's exciting right now, and seeing them finally run the ball and seeing Romo doing well and our defense doing better than people thought we would. And
right.
They're just, me and you close with Red. It's so. I love seeing Jason Garrett getting these wins, and instead of him always being under the microscope if he's going to coach another season. So I'm so thrilled about this team.
Yeah, and I think, here again, a little dichotomy for you there. Colt McCoy going to get the start.
I know, right?
Your UT Longhorns just all over the place, just making a big imprint in the world of sports. And, I think even though the team with Charlie Strong you have to, when you prune a tree or a plant, you cut back so that it grows better, bigger, and stronger. And, that's the process that Charlie Strong is doing with his Longhorn football team. And it'll get back to prominence, but you have to take those
talking to my dad
sacrifices.
About that. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's tough, because, Longhorns are very proud and we're used to winning, but this is a little bit of a rebuilding year, I should say. And I was a Mac Brown fan, but I love Charlie Strong. I love what he's done with the program. I love how he really wants these guys not only to be playing well on the field, but have class off the field.
Yes.
He's instilling a lot of great qualities that I like. So I'm frustrated. Yesterday's game was something I didn't even, even care to watch.
Yeah.
It was even a game, Fox. But yeah, we're going to be okay.
Yeah, and I agree, and you just have to make those changes, and sometimes it's not seamless when you have and Coach Brown for 16 years did tremendously well, and I think towards the end there's some things that didn't go as you said UT fans would like to see, and but to get back on that track, there's going to have to be some sacrifices, there's going to have to be some changes made. However, for the long term, again, for the next 15 or so years, you'll have a team that is highly competitive that I think moves forward, and you'll have folks like and Keenan Robinson playing well for the Redskins.
Right.
Colt McCoy going to get the start, and others that, Arakpo is out. But the impact of your school will be, again, felt, and if not Monday night, which I hope it's not with Colt McCoy, maybe I do have to give you the daggum baseball for a minute.
Well, also Colt was with the Niners,
yes,
my other team. So,
yes.
He's a nice kid too, but, him under center, I hate to say it, but the Cowboys, this could be one of those boring Monday Night Football games because the Cowboys just destroy them,
I'm okay with that, see, because I want my guy to keep his job.
Exactly. Me and Red were talking about you when I went out to training camp in Oxnard, and he goes, "How's Foss doing?" I said, "He's doing good." And I told him you were getting in trouble, all that stuff, Foss. He knew.
He was the first guy, Bonnie-Jill, I met when I reported with him on, in the camp. and, you know, he was very polite, and we started playing catch. He burned my hands up, and I said, this is going to be our quarterback. And certainly he was player of the year in the conference. People don't realize how intense but just thorough he is when it comes to this game, and he's learned since he's a mere pup because Coach Garrett been in the NFL and the football game, you know, for 6 decades. And
I know the whole Garrett family. I know exactly.
Yeah.
And he said, and I have to always say, when I say Red, we're talking about Jason Garrett, because you know, when I cheered for the Cowboys, he was Troy's backup, and he, you know, and Michael Irvin would always call him Red.
Yes.
And so a lot of people go, "Who's Red?" And I go, "Oh, Jason Garrett." And it was so funny. I was saying to him, I said, "Does anyone else call you Red?" He goes, "No, that's why I know when a female says Red, it's you."
Exactly. But you're right. That whole team did. You know, Jason would take, because I lived in Dallas before I came south, and you know, I would go to the practices and all of the training camps and be at the stadium with him. You know, very good to keep me as his former teammate and football roommate to around and just to support him, big him up, and now he's doing great, and he's got the line that he wants that can control the clock, and things are just going well, as you mentioned.
Everything's going well. I've
Yes.
seen DeMarco Murray and breaking these records, and I mean, the only thing I get a little concerned about sometimes, wearing him down, how that happens.
No,
with running back.
we spoke. No, listen, we love to carry the ball, and if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you should be working out and running because that's your job.
Right.
And even in high school and college, that's what I did. I could get if I didn't get the ball 20 times a game, it was okay.
Right.
But I certainly prepared myself. Now, there's things that, injuries you don't prepare yourself for an injury.
Of course.
They can happen or not. And you can become very fortunate or not. I remember when Emmitt Smith hurt his shoulder against, the Giants and still had because that's his job and that's that's Emmitt. DeMarco the same way. You just play through those, and he's got some serviceable backups, and you can get those guys in and give DeMarco a little rest. But it's certainly good to see him carrying the ball.
Oh, it's great. But why did it take us so long to finally figure out?
Well, you said you knew the Jones family better than most, so I would just have to say I will defer and just be happy in 2014 the Dallas Cowboys are where they are. I tell you, one thing you probably didn't know, and we may have been in the same room at the time or not. I went to the Halloween party in '94 dressed as O.J. Simpson.
Oh, my God. I would have remembered that. I don't, so I was not there.
I had the blue 32 jersey and, some things that made it look like I had come from the crime scene.
Oh, gosh. Only you would do that.
Useful indiscretion. So are you going to do anything? Are you going to, what's the outfit or costume of choice for you in 2014 if you happen to go, buy any of the parties and dress up? What would you?
It's going to be probably a last-minute deal, but I think I'm going to dress up as a Army Ranger. Oh. Shocking, right? Me and my support for the military. So
yes,
and I've got all the gear I can get from the guys. So I'll probably do something like that. I'll have a fake gun, so no one worries.
Right? Yeah.
Even though I have real guns in the house, I won't bring those out on Halloween.
Don't do that. I don't want to have to use some of my other professional skills in representing the one and only Bonnie-Jill Laflin, and that no. I'm gonna just give you the free legal up front.
Okay.
Leave that alone.
Okay.
I'm sure you will be just fine as a dressed G.I. Jane, and all the rest of the things will fall in together. So no issue there for you. Well, listen, give us a score predict on the Monday night game. We always ask. So being that you former cheerleader for them, and I know you know the game well, what's your score prediction for the Cowboys and Redskins, Bonnie-Jill?
Gosh, I don't want to. Are you going to rub this in my face when I'm completely wrong?
Offline. No.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you will. Let's do 7-25 Cowboys.
Okay, 25-7. And I'll just let you know, Drew Pearson always picks 27-17. So you are in the ballpark. You have the defense playing a little bit better, and that's fine.
Yeah, I threw in a little 2-point conversion. I did, we'll see. We'll do a little math there, but we'll see.
Okay, no, 25-7 is very respectable. I want you to do this too because our good friend on Twitter, Chris Bennett, it was his birthday, so I want you to give him a happy birthday shout out on the show.
Oh, happy birthday, Chris.
Yes.
Wish I could have done it in person next time. He
is great. And listen, we'll talk offline. I'm serious that World Series thing, we could show up in the Midwest. And
let me know if you head up to KC.
Yeah, Westport and a whole bunch of the plaza. They've got a lot of different places.
Oh, yeah, it is a pretty city, all the fountains and everything, and Kauffman Stadium.
Yes.
Gorgeous. So.
Yes, and if I could be around you and just smile when somebody steals a base or
I don't know if you want to be. I'm pretty intense. I pace. I'm biting my nails. I'm screaming. Every pitch. I'm like, I don't know if you can handle me, boss.
Well, that you know what? I wouldn't mind trying, especially with my alum Alex Gordon playing left for the Royals and your alum playing first from UT. I mean, it's a classic matchup, and at least we agree on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
And we could take it from there. Bonnie-Jill, thank you for your time. It's always great to have
you
on the show. And you know what? I was smart, and I kept a couple of those photos that we have of you in the G.I. Jane gear. And you know what? We can give one to Chris, and we will give a couple away on air.
Perfect.
How about that?
Sounds good.
All right.
Good with me.
All right. And how can we follow you on Twitter if you don't follow Bonnie-Jill on Twitter?
At BJ Laflin. That's the Twitter handle. And like I always tell people, if you don't like the military or animals or sports, I'm probably not the one to follow.
That's right.
That's all I tweet about, right, boss?
That's it. Laflin. And she and I are going to have a lot of fun in the next week and a half, so it will be a pleasure. Thanks again. And when you get in town, if you get a chance to come through again, we'd love to have you back in studio.
I'd love to come in studio. That'd be great.
Awesome. Well, listen,
all right,
and
thanks, boss.
You're welcome. And if you get to a UT home game as well, we can tailgate there too.
I know. I'd love to. I wish I was doing a little better to motivate me to get there, right?
Well, you know what? You may see me on the left coast before I see you, maybe in Austin, but we can catch up all points in between. Appreciate the time today. Enjoy this Sunday. And, I may be razzing you tonight because it's Game 5 from
I'll
AT&T.
be there.
Awesome. Well, send a picture again and hit us up. It's at ESPN SA, and also you can hit me up as well, and we'll retweet, and we'll do a little joshing during Game 5 as well.
Perfect. Go Giants. Go Cowboys.
Okay, take care. Have a great
boss.
day.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to talk more about the AT&T Championship here in San Antonio, give you an update there, and all of the other football happenings. Atlanta 21, Detroit 3, third quarter action from London. Matt Stafford in shotgun position for the Lions. Stay with us as we take this sidebar and come right back on Laying Down the Law.